People change jobs, I change careers.
Making robotics accessible and affordable to everybody.
I saw a complementary skill in him which I lacked and he had.
So the kit is very powerful.
The mechanical aspect of robotics is like forgotten by many big companies.
Mobile addiction हे भुरग्यांचे वचू शकता if they start engaging in our kits.
I think this is a classic example of Make in India. वेल ल्हान आसतना एक सिरीज येताली जी डब्ड आसली फ्रॉम इंग्लीश. ताजे सिरीजाचें आतां नांव म्हाका याद जायना, बट तातूंत एक कॅरेक्टर आसलो विकी म्हणून, आनी तो एक रोबोट आसलो. ओवर अ कोर्स ऑफ टायम हांव हे एक्चुअली सिरीज विसरलेलो आनी हो कॅरेक्टर विसरलेलो. अंटील एंड अनलेस काल पयर जेन्ना हांवें तें पिक्चर पळयलें तेरी बातों में मैं उलझा रहा, त्या हितूर एक जो कॅरेक्टर आसा दॅट इज रोबोट. फ्रॉम दॅट सिरीज टू दीस पर्टिक्युलर मुवी खुबशी गजाली चेंज जाल्या. म्हाका दिसता जेन्ना हांव ल्हान आसलो तेन्ना म्हाजेय लायफस्टायल वेगळी आसली, आतां लायफस्टायल वेगळी जाल्या. ऑटोमेशन आनी रोबोटिक्स आनी कोडिंग जे म्हणटाले आमी हे खूब पयसच्यान आमी पळयताले, आयज आमी एक्चुली एक्सपिरियन्स करता. आनी ह्याच विशयाचेर आमी आनीक जाणून घेवपा खातीर आयज गोवा कनेक्टान दोन अशे मानेस्त हाडल्या जांकां वेगळी वळख करून दिवपाची गरज ना, बिकॉज हांचे जर काही प्रोडक्ट्स आसा ते तुमच्या घराघरान पावल्या ना जाल्यार हेची टेक्नॉलॉजी म्हाका दिसता तुमी यूज करता आसले. म्हणजे पयले सुवातेर म्हाजे गेस्ट आसा फ्लायट लेफ्टनंट रिटायर्ड मनोज जामसांडेकर, जे फावंडर आनी आसा ऑफ क्युरियस माइंड्स. तशेंच तांचे गोंयचे कलीग ते म्हळ्यार योगेश केरकार, डायरेक्टर क्युरियस माइंड्स इन्फोटेनमेंट प्रायवेट लिमिटेड. जेंटलमॅन, तुमकां सगळ्यांक पयलीं येवकार आनी तुम्हाला वेलकम टू गोवा.
थँक्यू.
फ्रॉम स्टेट टॉपर टू एअरफोर्स, त्याच्यानंतर कॉर्पोरेट अँड इव्हेंच्युअली कमिंग डाऊन टू रोबोटिक्स. हाव हॅज बीन दिस लाईफस्टाईल? इज इट अ रोलर कोस्टर? इज इट अ स्मूथ सेल? हाव हॅज बीन दिस पर्टिक्युलर जर्नी ऑफ युअर्स?
I think it has been a smooth sail journey because I always believe that you should flow with the life. Life will take you to different places, and I always felt that I should go with it. And so people change jobs, I changed careers.
Yeah,
So-
because the kind of jumps that you have taken is quite tremendous one. You know, I just want to ask you because I'm curious: is Air Force was always part of your dream or ambition to be?
Absolutely. Air Force was always part of my dream. When I was doing my engineering, Air Force was on my top list. And fortunately, I could achieve that. I joined Air Force. I worked there as a missiles officer. Spent around 8 years in Air Force and had a fantastic time. Learned a lot. I'm an electronics engineer, but in Air Force, I actually worked on mechanical systems, electrical systems. So it actually broadened my horizons there.
Okay, and eventually going to corporate, how was that particular transition? Because from Air Force to jumping into a typical corporate world, coming into a normal system, how was that particular shift?
Actually, I had to leave Air Force because of my personal requirements. I took a voluntary retirement after 8 years. And I was thinking that I should join in administrative jobs. So I was looking for administrative jobs. For 5-6 months, I was trying to find the best job which fits me. And I couldn't find that. And so I decided that I should achieve some kind of technical expertise. So I did one course and I got a job in that. So I always say that I landed in IT. I accidentally landed in IT.
You
I
had no
was
plans.
not interested in going there, but destined to go there.
Okay, and then eventually you landed up in Pune and then to your hometown, which is Kolhapur. Coming to that point, I just want to ask Yogesh Bab. Yogesh Bab, म्हाका एक सांगा, तांचे फ्लायट टेक ऑफ जाली फ्रॉम कोल्हापूर, तातूंतल्यान तांच्यांनी देश पळयले, ताज्या नंतर ते भायरूय पावले, ऑस्ट्रेलियानूय ते पावले कॉर्पोरेट लायफाक. तूं आनी मागीर परत ते हांगासर कोल्हापुराक गेले. तांची आनी तुमची गाडबेड, ते म्हणटा लायफ गोज विथ द फ्लो. तुम्ही त्या फ्लोन खंय, प्रवाहान खंय पावले?
सो हे सगळं जग भोंवता आसतना हांव फक्त गोंयांनूच आशिल्लो. म्हणजे स्टार्ट जाता एपटॅकांच्यान. म्हणजे एपटॅक इज अ प्लेस वेर आय स्टडीड, लर्नड एवरीथिंग, आय ग्रो अप. So after completing my education, I started on my own. I started actually त्या टायमार जेन्ना हांवें स्टार्ट केलें तेन्ना PC assembling व्हडलो बिझनस आशिल्लो. म्हणजे आमी लॅमिंग्टनान वयताले, पार्ट्स हाडटाले, लागीं करताले, असेंबल करून आमी विकताले. अशें करून हांवें बिझनस चालू केलो. I was a part of the IT industry in Goa for quite some time, all these years. Even today, I cannot say I'm out of it. But in that process, I mean, Goa, Janna government and Cyber Age scheme launch केली. Then I have taken part as a supplier. I've been a vendor for the Cyber Age scheme. म्हणजे 11वीच्या भुरग्यांक गोवा गव्हर्मेंटाच्या तर्फे कॉलेजीन लॅपटॉप दिले वताले. सो इवन टॅबलेट सुद्दां 5-6 भुरग्यांक दिला. तेन्ना हांव त्या गव्हर्मेंटाच्या हितून एंडेवरान पार्ट आशिल्लो. ह्या जेन्ना गोवा गव्हर्मेंटान कोडिंग एंड रोबोटिक्साचे इनिशिएटीव चालू केले 2019 तेन्ना म्हाका दिसलें की हांवेनूय कित्याक फाटीं रावचें, हांवेनूय हितून लक्ष घालचें. बिकॉज म्हाजें जरी बिझनस हार्डवेरान आशिल्लो पूण म्हाजो सगळें एड्युकेशन सॉफ्टवेरान आशिल्लें. आनी हांव जावा स्क्रिप्ट, ओरेकल, C++ हाचे क्लासीस घेतालो म्हणजे एज पार्ट ऑफ एपटेक फॅकल्टी टीम. सो दीस वॉज लायक एन रिकिंडलींग ऑफ दॅट ओल्ड नॉलेज वीच वॉज रस्टिंग. सो जेन्ना हे कॅर्साचें इम्प्लिमेंटेशन गोवा गव्हर्मेंटान चालू केलें, कॅर्स म्हटल्यार आतां 8वेच्यान इट्स अ इलेक्टीव सब्जेक्ट. गोवा गव्हर्मेंट इज रनिंग कोर्सीस ऑन कोडिंग एंड रोबोटिक्स वेर स्टुडंट्स आर टेकिंग part on if they are interested, they are being trained in one school, a lead school, and the entire excellent setup done by government of Goa. In fact, Goa government is one of the first states. So I also wanted to join the bandwagon. So in that process, I applied for some of the tenders that came up. But having realized that the Goa students are already, their ears are tuned to what is robotics. So I invited this gentleman from Kolhapur. I invited him to Goa during the Vibrant Goa Summit. I was a part of the organizing team. And that's where I invited him. And then when he came here, he saw the kind of response the Goan people gave him. I mean, on the first day flat, all the kits were sold out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And considering that response, म्हणजे तो रिस्पॉन्स पळोवन जो लोकांनी दिलो, मागीर हांवें दुसरे दिसा तांचे कडेन उलोवणी केली की आमी हे कशें फुडें व्हरूंक शकता. मागीर तांणी म्हाका सांगलें की आपले अशें आसा, हे किट्स आसा, हो करिकुलम आसा, हे आसा. सो वाय डोंट वी जॉयन टुगेदर, म्हणजे आमी जॉयन जावन हे सगळें कित्याक करूया नाका. सो इट वॉज लायक एन एक्सलंट ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी फॉर मी. म्हणजे समथींग, there are two things that drove me towards the product that he has created. The first part is, he said, nurturing the urge to create. Okay, so basically स्टुडंट्सा भितर जी क्रिएशन करपाची ताकद आसा ती भायर काडपाची. आनी दुसरो पॉयंट, आनी ताका लागून चड हांव हितून प्रभावीत जालो आनी म्हाका दिसलें की हांवें हें हेंचें कार्य फुडें व्हरचें. आनी ते रिजन म्हटल्यार मेकिंग रोबोटिक्स एक्सेसिबल एंड अफोर्डेबल टू एवरीबडी. सो अफोर्डेबिलिटी वॉज अ की. म्हणजे आमी जेन्ना चिंतता रोबोटिक्सा बद्दल, जेन्ना आमी चिंतता तेन्ना आमकां कळटा की ओके, सर्टन सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसायटी, थोड्या लोकांकूच येता, आपले भुरगे काम एलीट सेक्शन, तांकां रोबोटिक्स. गरिबांच्या भुरग्यांक रोबोटिक्स न्हू, गरिबांचे पेरंट्स सुद्दां फाटीं सरता. पूण दीस वॉज द थिंग दॅट वी वॉन्टेड टू ब्रेक. ओके, गव्हर्मेंट आपले तरेन काम करता ते ओके 8वेच्या 9वेच्या भुरग्यांक, पूण जेन्ना हांचे कडेन प्रॉडक्ट आसा दॅट गोज एट द 4th standard, 5th standard, 6th standard.
So it is breaking the barrier.
Kind of, yes. So that's when we started these initiatives in Goa.
How difficult was that trip from Kolhapur to Vibrant Goa? What challenges? Because I completely understand you had that background, you had that experience, but implementing it in a daily lifestyle, also making a product, selling it, sustaining it is a huge challenge. Today you are thinking it's an enterprise basically, but from that day you landed to Kolhapur to Vibrant Goa. I really want to ask you this.
And again, here also, I always say that this was predestined. Okay, I actually had a commitment on that day, and I was not very interested to come to Vibrant Goa. Although Yogesh was, making calls almost like every alternate day. I told my partner in Kolhapur that, okay, you join that and I will not be able to come. So, but somehow that appointment got cancelled. And then I said, okay, let's go. Let's go to Goa. Let's see what this gentleman wants to say. We came here and then we heard about the CARES initiative. And initially I thought that it is a kind of, if some government is already doing it, how would I be able to do more? And then looking at the response we got in Vibrant Goa, I realized that yes, there is a lot to be done in Goa. The good thing about Goa is that it is already ready. So government has already started this, and people know about robotics. They are ready and they are eager to get into this. So that way, from a market perspective, it was a market which is ready. And then we had a conversation with Yogesh, and I looked at his initiatives. He was the exuberance with which he was talking about robotics. And then we decided, yes, we should join hands. One thing I spoke, which Yogesh also liked, because when we talked about how we should go ahead with Goa, he was thinking about, okay, let's talk about a franchisee and thing. I said, yes, that is a model which we follow, but in your case, I don't see that is a model which I want to follow. Rather, I want to collaborate with you. Because I saw a complementary skill in him, which I lacked and he had. So together, these two skills, I knew that we'll be able to do better by collaborating.
Okay, Yogesh mentioned accessibility and affordability. Also, you said, in Goa, there was a lot of awareness. I really want to ask you, is that struggle time? Because to get any product rolling, to make a particular kit, there is a kit here, just to make that kit, it takes a huge, tremendous effort, strength, energy. How was that initial phase of yours, getting into this unknown territory?
Yeah, when I started teaching robotics, I created a curriculum because I told you I'm an electronics engineer. I learned mechanical and electrical in my Air Force tenure. Then I was in IT, corporate world for 8 years. So I had all the knowledge of all the 4 streams which make robotics. So that helped me to create the curriculum. I created curriculum, and it was from my experience what children will understand, what children will like. But then I realized that I need a medium to teach this curriculum. And that medium is a robotic kit. And the kits available in India, we were using foreign kits, like the kits by Lego, which is absolutely the market standard. And then there were a few kits in India, but I found there were some difficulties with those kits. So that's the time when I decided, let me try to make the kit. I thought, okay, kit banana is a simple task, no problem. When I ventured into it, I found it was the most difficult time of my entrepreneur this journey, because no one was ready to produce 200 kits. I was not able to invest crores of rupees into that. So I wanted only 200 kits to be produced, and no one was ready to do that. The initial investment into making the dies itself was much higher than the number of kits which I was producing. So somehow I met one person, and this happened because I actually when I started robotics, first year of my tax filing, I approached one CA. He's coming from a community which are very money conscious. I would not say money minded, money conscious. But he said, okay, I'll do your tax filing. Give me your last 3 years tax returns. I gave it to him, and 3-4 days he might not have got time to see it. And after 3-4 days, suddenly I got a call, and he said, sir, आप सच में ये कर रहे हो? मतलब, are you really doing it? Actually, what he wanted to say is कि सर क्या आप पागल हो गए क्या?
So by looking at the difference of 2 years vis-a-vis 1.
Yeah, so he wanted, but he put it in the good words, and he said yes. I explained him my reason doing this. Then he immediately connected me to one industrialist who was ready now to do 200 kits for me
because of his word.
Yes. So you try to do good, you meet good people, and I want to tell you that he is not charged a single rupee for last 10 years. He's my CA. He says, okay, when you start earning the same amount as you are earning there in Australia, I will charge you that time.
That's a fantastic story. Yogesh,
Yes.
Saran म्हटले collaboration and collaboration, not franchisee but collaboration. And collaboration म्हणताना we are complementing each other with respect to skill set.
Yes.
तुझे या जर्नी बद्दल तुका कितें दिसता, because it's quite a compliment.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, I'd like to thank you on this channel. नेक्स्ट इज सी जेन्ना लास्ट कोवीड जाल्या उपरांत हांवेनूय थोडो मातसो एक थोडे दीस ब्रेक घेतिल्लो ओके आनी हांवूय अशें कितें चिंत्तालो की हांवेनूय कितें नवीन करपाचें अशें म्हणून सो जेन्ना हांव हांकां मेळ्ळो तेन्ना कळ्ळें की हीज प्रोडक्ट वॉज मार्केट रेडी ओके सी when I was doing a little bit of search on Google हांगा थंय इंडिया मार्टार पळोवन तेन्ना हांवें एक क्वेरी घातली आनी दे वर रिस्पॉन्डेड फर्स्ट and it was like in Goa as you said that the kit sold off in no time. So when I went to Kolhapur हांवें जेन्ना पळयलें थंय तेन्ना तेजें सेटअप पळयलो कशें चलता तें काम पळयलें आनी म्हाका कळून चुकलें की when he spoke about affordability and accessibility हेजें किट आसा फर्स्ट बेजीक किट तांचें इनोवेट केलां पळय तांणी ते 1000 रुपया म्हणजे 1200 रुपया ब्रॅकेटान 5 रोबोट करता 5 रोबोट करता दुसरें किट आसा 2000 2200 2500च्या ब्रॅकेटान सेलिंग प्रायस वूड बी MRP फॉर दॅट वूड बी 2599 दॅट मेक्स 15 रोबोटीक मुवमेंट्स 15 अनदर किट इज दॅट 4000 रुपयाचें 4000 ते 50 रोबोट करता म्हणजे दिस वॉज समथींग अमेझिंग आय टोल्ड हिम वॉट यू आर डुईंग हियर आय मीन दिस प्रोडक्ट इज मार्केट रेडी यू शूड हॅव बीन डुईंग 100 crores 10 years that he has been doing so that's when we discuss all this and then said let's try in Goa. So Goa the market was ready in the sense the students awareness was already there. Forget about it, I go a step ahead and say today parents are calling okay parents are calling and asking where this course is happening, what is happening and what nothing big, we haven't done anything big, we had just put some social media posts and that social media post is giving so much of traction. मागीर one more thing that we did आमकां गोंयान आमकां कळ्ळें की बिचोले सांगे कुडचडे ह्या वाठारांनी चड आमच्या ह्या प्रोग्रामाक डिमांड आसा सो जरी तरी पणजे मडगांव इतले म्हणजे
सिटी पुरते मर्यादीत ना
सिटी पुरते मर्यादीत अजिबात ना ओके सो आमी ह्या वचून आमी वर्कशॉप्स त्या गांवांनी वचून वर्कशॉप केले पयलो पिचोले केलो लास्ट विकान आमी हांगा केलो कुडचड्यार केलो आनी एक सांगपाचें म्हणल्यार आमी इवन मांगरान मास्को मांगरान तुमकां खबर आहा मांगरांतली कसली बसता त्या हितून सुद्दां आमी हे प्रोग्राम्स केले आनी थंयचे सुद्दां भुरगे कांयच न्हू कशें 2-3 आपूण दाखयला बरें डू इट युअर सेल्फ किट ते स्वता मॅन्युअल घेता आपूण बसता आनी स्वता ते कितले सिंपल टू यूज एंड सिंपल टू अंडरस्टँड दीस किट इज सो द किट इज व्हेरी पावरफूल सो हॅविंग अंडरस्टूड द पावर ऑफ द किट हांवें चिंतलें की ओके आमी हांगा खूब भशेन आमी हे प्रोग्राम जे आसा ते गोंयान स्प्रेड करूं शकता राबोवं शकता.
Okay, another question that I want to ask you is, he just mentioned 1, 2, 3 stages in the price point and how many robots you can make. I just want to understand is with respect to your present setup, what are the levels that are already available with you, and if you can tell me in gist, because maybe I won't be able to understand that, but a lot of people who are aware of robotics and coding would understand what you mean with respect to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So when we talk about robotics, I will put robotics into 4 layers. The first is robotics, where we create robot and we program the individual robot. Then is automation, where the multiple robots are programmed together to function together. Then it comes the third level, which is IoT, and that we call as Internet of Things. That is the third level, and the fourth is AI. What we cater for is we cater for the first 3 levels. We cater for robotics, we cater for automation, we cater for IoT. Our kits and most important thing is we cater for the mechanical aspect of robotics. The mechanical aspect of robotics is like forgotten by many big companies. They are only focusing on the programming aspect of robotics. Whereas unless you make machines, how are you going to program them? So you need to know how to make machines also. And that is what we focus with 4th and 5th standard students. So around 11, 12 years of students, we focus on making machines and then we go to programming them.
Okay. So basically this is like an introduction towards maybe hands-on to maybe an experience with respect to robotics. म्हणजे तुमकां व्हडले 5-10 obviously expensive kits आसतली, बट ते का न वता वॉट इज अफोर्डेबल टू यू एक्सेस पॉईंट इज वॉट यू आर ट्रायंग टू क्रिएट. तुम्ही म्हटलं की तुम्ही आता ऑलमोस्ट सिटीज न करता गांवांनी हे सगळे ट्रेनिंग सेशन्स तुम्ही घेता. म्हाका खरें विचारपाक जाय बिकॉज आमी एक पळयता की हालींच एक इंटरनॅशनल इव्हेंट जालो रोबोटिक्साचेर. आमी आयकता की नॅशनल लेवलाचेर इंटरनॅशनल लेवलाचेर बरें काम जाता. कसो रिस्पॉन्स आसा भुरग्यांचो म्हणजे तुम्ही मेन्शन केलो बट एस्पेशली पेरंट्सांचो जेन्ना ह्या ट्रेनिंग सेशनाक ते येतात.
ओके सो हांव तुमकां एक एक्सपिरियन्स सांगता. एक्सपिरियन्स आमकां जालो तो कुडचड्यार. सो आमी प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट केलो आनी भुरग्यांक सगळ्यांक बसयले आनी भुरग्यांच्या हातीन किट्स दिले आनी म्हणलें तुमी चालू करा. आनी आमचो इन्स्ट्रक्टर कुडचड्याचो इंस्ट्रक्शन दिवपाक मायकार चालू केलें तेणें. सो ते भुरग्यांचें चालू आसतना थोडी पेरंट्स फाटल्यान बशिल्ली सगळीं. ती म्हणपाक आमकांय दिया किट कळ्ळें न्ही. आनी आमी तांकां किट दिलें. सो तांणी ते किट घेवन बसून आपूण स्वता डेवलप रोबोट्स हे घडोवपाक लागली पेरंट्स. ओके तेतूंतलें एक पेरंट्साचें रिएक्शन आयलें कितें की आपूण पयलीं हे किट घेवन बसलो आपणाक दिसतालें आपूण इजिली करतलो अशें पूण आपणा कडेन जावंक ना. हे हो स्क्रू लायता तो स्क्रू लायता हांगा लायता थंय लायता आपणाक कांय कळूंक ना. लास्टाक आपले चलूनच येवन आपलो रोबोट मशीन तयार करून दिली म्हणजे अशें रिएक्शन आयलें. सो म्हाका दिसता म्हणजे येस आय मीन येस द स्टुडंट्स आर एक्सायटेड बट मोर दॅन दॅट आय थिंक पेरंट्स इन गोवा आर एक्सायटेड दॅट दे वूड वॉन्ट देअर चिल्ड्रन म्हणजे तेंच्या भुरग्यांक एक कितें तरी नवीन शिकयतले ते. ही टॅक्नॉलॉजी हा फ्युचराची टॅक्नॉलॉजी आहा. म्हणजे कितें आमी जेन्ना आमचो करियर स्टार्ट केलो तेन्ना कंप्युटर एड्युकेशन नवीन फॅड आशिल्लें. सो आनी आमकां कंप्युटर म्हणल्यार सामकें नवीन कितें पेंट ब्रश मावस यूज करता म्हणल्यार आमकां कितें व्हडलें हें दिसतालें. पूण आतां तशें ना. म्हणजे आतां कंप्युटर भुरगीं म्हाका दिसता म्हाजी 2-2.5 वर्सांची भुरगीं आहा दोगांय मोबायल यूज करपाक जाणा कळ्ळें न्ही. म्हणजे दे आर डिजिटल जनरेशन टुडे जनरेशन. सो दीस इज समथींग वन स्टेप अहेड. रोबोटिक्स इज समथींग द टॅक्नॉलॉजी ऑफ द फ्युचर. जशें सरान म्हणलें ऑटोमेशन आसा IoT आसा. दीस टॅक्नॉलॉजीज हॅव आतां सद्या मार्केट्स ताजे प्रॉडक्ट्स यूज करपी IoT यूज करपी आसात मार्केट. सो फुडलें कितें जातलें एक 10 वर्सां 20 वर्सां भितर अशें कितें जातलें की दीस स्किल्स using of IoT devices, using of artificial will be in demand. So हे चिंतून आता this is the right step.
Yogesh has nicely mentioned, he took me back memory lane. When I was in school, I was trying to figure it out, my hands on maybe paintbrush, as you said, maybe couple of games, maybe. And computer used to be a luxury for us, which you could only access when you were in school, and for that maybe half an hour or 15-20 minutes. I really want to understand is, over this course of time, computer has become in our DNA now. I really can't write, but I can type very fast. Typing is a secondary, tertiary thing, but my primary is maybe accessing softwares and getting things done. If I am investing, and I'll come to a typical Indian mentality of return on investment, mileage kitna dega kind of a feedback. Ki if I am investing, whether it is 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 or over a course of time, additional money, what is the future that you are giving me and what is the return on investment of all these things? When today robotics, like computers was a nascent thing, today robotics is maybe. How are you justifying this?
Yeah. So when we talk about return on investment, we'll talk about two things. One is the return on the hard investment, which is the 2,000 rupees which I'm spending. Okay, so this is start is 2,000 rupees. You have to go to IoT, you have to go to AI. So what our kits are, they can be, you buy one kit and you upgrade to the next kit. You upgrade to the next, you don't have to buy the new kit. So that is one thing which is very important. Second thing is, we talk about AI and everyone now is talking about what AI will do to us. And mostly we are talking about what wrong AI will do to us. Okay, that is the jobs. Okay, the AI is going to eat up a lot of jobs. But which kind of jobs? The jobs which are mundane, the jobs which do not have any creativity in it. But the job which requires creativity, requires problem solving skills are going to be there. They are not going to vanish, and they are going to be in demand rather.
Correct.
And robotics as a STEM education, as a tool of STEM education, improves your creativity, improves your imagination, improves your problem solving skills. So it actually builds your life skills.
Okay.
So it makes you ready to lead a good life in future.
Okay. Yogesh Pap?
Yes.
Do you
So रिटर्न ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट जेन्ना आमी म्हणटा पळय हांव तुमकां इमिजिएटली 2 बेनिफीट सांगता हेचे ओके आनी स्पेशली आमच्या गोंयकारांक ओके सो फर्स्ट म्हणल्यार फर्स्ट रिटर्न ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट हे तुमचे किट भुरग्यांच्या हातार पडल्या बरोबर फर्स्ट थिंग द वी कॅन टार्गेट इज मोबायल एडिक्शन मोबायल एडिक्शन हे भुरग्यांचे वचूं शकता इफ दे यूज स्टार्ट एंगेजींग इन अवर किड्स बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टायम दे आर लुकिंग एट विडियोज एंड वॉटेवर दे आर यूजिंग द मोबायल द स्क्रीन टायम इज मच मोर हियर देर इज अ किट which has a manual and obviously some components. So हे components घडयतना एक रोबोट केलो 2 रोबोट केलो 3 रोबोट केलो 50 रोबोट करता म्हणल्यार आय थिंक बाय द 50th रोबोट हे एडिक्शन मोबायल एडिक्शन वचूंक जाय अशें म्हाका दिसता दुसरी आनी इम्पॉर्टंट सारकी म्हणजे एप्लिकेशन वेर इट कॅन बी यूज्ड इज yes, obviously all these long term benefits are there because we are looking at a job place of the future. So it's like we have anticipated in the next 10 or 20 years career je asa we'll be looking at this skill set robotics artificial intelligence sagre and then we are positioning our children in such a way that they get a leverage by taking our education. Okay, that is how we are looking at it and on a long term or a mid term basis. But the immediate I mean yes एक तर सांगले हांवें मोबायलाचें एडिक्शन आनी दुसरें इमिजिएट बेनिफीट वूड बी आतां हे आमचे नरकासूर जे चलता ओके गोंयांत नरकासूर चलता सो दे कायंड ऑफ रोबोट्स ओन्ली बट रायट नाव दे युजींग हायड्रोलिक्साचेर यूज करता आनी ते मॅन्युअली म्हणजे हांवें भुरग्यांक पयलें अशें सारकें मेहनत घालून सामकें हें करून नरकासूर चलयता आनी बरें नरकासूर जाता ओके युजींग अवर कन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ रोबोटिक्स बटनाचेर ऑपरेट जातले सगळे मोटराचेर गियर्साचेर आनी पुलीचेर सगळें जावपाचें आहा सो दॅट इज वन इमिजिएट बेनिफीट आय सी इन गोवा एटलिस्ट की नरकासूर आमचे robotics जावपाचें आसा.
Okay, before we end this program, gentlemen, this question is for both of you. How are you looking in terms of expansion plans and also R&D, research and development?
Yeah, we are actually not settled with these 4 kits. We are looking at developing good IoT kits. That is immediate thing. And another thing is we are trying to develop a kit which will have almost 100% increase in the capacity for the programming kit. We have a Qurious Fire kit. We want to build a kit which is 100% double the power of what our kit gives today. So that is one thing. And markets, yes, Goa, we are actually tried a different business, the way of doing business, different way of doing business in Goa. And we want to replicate that all over India. And I think Yogesh will be able to talk about that much better.
Yeah, so again another this हे आमी आतां नवीन इनिशिएटिव्ह जे घेतल्या त्या प्रमाणे आमची कंपनी आतां गोव्यान इन गोवा एज अ स्टार्टअप म्हणून आमी रजिस्टर केल्या वी आर टेकिंग एफर्ट्स टू डू दॅट एंड टेक द इनिशिएटिव्स ऑफ द गोवा गव्हर्नमेंट एज फार एज द स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी इज कन्सर्न सो दॅट इज वन वी आर लुकिंग एट सिरियसली देन सेकंडली इज we have got certain immediate targets. So the target would be like right now, see as I told, in making it accessible and affordable. So we have made it accessible by we reaching out. पयलीं म्हटल्यार आमी आमची ट्रेनर फोर्स क्रिएट केल्या म्हणजे आमचे कडेन ट्रेनर्स आसा ते आमचे कडेन तयार आसा सो दीस ट्रेनर्स आर नाव रेडी टू टेक ऑन whatever demand comes from as far as the robotics is concerned. Robotics education is concerned. Next is we are seriously targeting some kits, I mean some numbers for the kits, okay. So I request through your medium the people of Goa to please look at our kits seriously, understand that we are market ready, and if you give us a good response, definitely we go into the other cities of India.
I think it was a pleasure conversation, but before I end this show, एक खरंच सांगपाक जाय की I still remember जेन्ना हांव स्कुलान आसलो आनी कंप्युटर शिकताले तेन्ना आमी कशें करून बिकॉज इट वॉज एकेडमिक्स एंड इट वॉज फन एलिमेंट वी कायंड ऑफ लर्न बट ओवर अ कोर्स ऑफ टायम इफ आय रियलायज कंप्लिटली आनी रिमेंबर इट जाल्यार इवन आवर पेरंट्स हॅड टू लर्न कंप्युटर्स. आतां ह्या कन्वर्सेशनांतलें एक म्हाका कळ्ळें की फुडली जनरेशन शिकपाक जाय रोबोटिक्स आनी कोडिंग इज इम्पॉर्टंट बट तितकीच इम्पॉर्टंट म्हाका दिसता म्हाकाय आसा बिकॉज मे बी अनदर 10-20 इयर्सान आय मायट बी फोर्स्ड to learn at that age. Rather I think I start investing a little time and start learning. जशें तांच्यांनी सांगलें तांचे very affordable kits आसा आनी accessible आसा, easy to learn आसा. ताका ऑब्वियसली डू इट युअरसेल्फाचें ते एक हें आसाच पेपर आसाच बट आनी एक इनिशिएटीव जी म्हाका दिसता क्युरियस मायंड आनी प्रुडंट कोलॅबोरेशन करता आनी तुमच्या मुखार हाडटा की ही सगळी सिरीज तुमकां व्हिडिओ सिरीजांतल्यान टीव्हीचेर आनी डिजिटल आमच्या प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर पळोवपाक मेळटली. सो आवर्जून ही कार्यावळ पळयात आनी आय थिंक लेट अस ऑल बी फ्युचर रेडी इज वेर वी वॉन्ट टू हेड. आणि जसे दोगांचे इनिशिएटीव आसा की सरकार म्हणटा सेंट्रलाचेर सरकार म्हणटा स्टेटाचेर म्हणटा की मेक इन इंडिया आय थिंक दिस इज अ क्लासिक एक्झाम्पल ऑफ मेक इन इंडिया. मनोजजी, योगेश बाब, तुम्ही हांगासर आमच्या स्टुडिओन आयले, इतकी बरी माहिती दिली त्या खातीर खरेंच तुमचे देव बरें करूं. आणि माय बेस्ट विशीस to the series that you're starting with collaboration of Prudent. Pleasure it was to have a conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.